chicken. Here you go. There you go. Oh, big stretch, that morning stretch. Oh, that's a good girl. Let's move that a little bit out of your way. Give you just a little more room. Hi. Good morning. Johnny's up and Adam, and he'll be in to see you soon. So, good news overnight from my perspective. I was able to successfully upload 11 gigabytes worth of data on Starlink.
Yeah.
Actually, times 2, because it went to SmugMug and it also went to Google Drive.
Right.
Adam says the obstruction map is not too bad, and I agree that is not too bad.
That solid blue, I mean,
that's looking pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think I'm happy enough with it. Is it as good as 5G or better than 5G? I don't know. 5G is really all over the place.
Yeah.
It's not consistent at all. So, slightly slower, but pretty darn consistent. Might beat out, tonight 5G is screaming, and God, tonight I can't use 5G at all. So
yeah, well, it said we were 96.82% connected,
right,
online or whatever. So in other words, about 3% of the time over the last 12 hours, it wasn't, and that was a total of 10 minutes and 17 seconds. It was obstructed. Over 12 hours, spread out over 12 hours.
Sure.
There is a...
well, they give you a lot more data than you'd ever know from Spectrum or T-Mobile.
Yeah, and here's the outages. They 4, 6, 15 seconds. So, for uploads and stuff, it's not automated. For people interaction, like if Johnny was gaming on this thing, that probably would drive him nuts. But because you can't handle any kind of a slowdown. But for uploads, they don't fail. They just hang, and then they pick back up again. So, that would have added.
Yeah, I had one connection error failed upload, and I just redrug it to SmugMug, and it went back up. SmugMug doesn't have as good of a, fail-safe, fall over. It doesn't autocorrect as good as... self-correct as good as Google Drive does. But I just drug that one file back over there. It was about 1 gigabyte, and it's up there now, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't think we're not going to be able to try to permanently mount it today, but I think we should try to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow and today are supposed to be just as good.
Yeah, well, we'll go. I agree that it's too quick.
Well, it's because I'm not going to be home and you can't get up on the roof without me here. Really. That's why today is not good.
Well, if I fall, I was just hoping I'd just kill myself.
Donnie!
I don't want to be paraplegic and broken.
Donnie, you're going to make me have to cut that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
You're not allowed on the roof if I'm not here, whether I can keep you from falling or not. And let's just leave it at that. And
let's
so,
just say I am not going to.
And
fall.
either I'm not going to be here, or
I
we're
won't
both
get up there without you being here.
Right, but I think we should plan. Tomorrow is still a nice clear day. There is some rain later in the week, and we don't want to have a storm come through before we do something. So
right, and the only thing I would need to do before we commit tomorrow, we need to look at one of your pictures from the drones, and we need to count the bricks this way and that way, and multiply that by 2, and so I can make sure, because my strap, I measured it's 15 feet.
Okay.
And I think that's enough to go all the way around that, but that chimney is bigger than it. I remember that it's like 5 feet, so that's 10 feet, and then what I'm trying to say, it's going to be tight. 15 feet is going to be pretty tight, and I forgot to measure it. I meant to measure it. I actually had a tape measure with me yesterday, and I forgot to do it.
Okay, well, that picture I took of you waving, you should be able to count the bricks.
Well, we'll see. I'll get and see how close I can get.
Yeah, well, it's not cropped, and it was anyway, you should be able to do that. So I think today what's happening is we're leaving around noon, 2 hours. We're dropping Johnny off at Crabtree.
Oh, okay. That's
I
right. He's
am
going-
running into the Lego store because I don't only get to Crabtree once every 3 months, and
Sure.
I'm not going. I want to do the pick a brick wall, or I want to check out what minifigures they have, and then maybe we'll go walk the Arboretum
Sure,
for
we
our
can do
walk
that.
today, because I don't think he's going to be at the mall more than 2 or 3 hours,
I
and it just
understand.
makes no sense to come back home and turn around, and we're just going to have a down day and you know, enjoyment day, and then like I
Okay.
said, I don't think anything's planned for tomorrow, and it's a nice weather day, so
I understand.
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Let me go finish feeding kitties. They're waiting on me.
Okay.
Some of them more than others.
All righty. Don't forget my coffee.
Okay, yeah, that's right. In the middle of my cat feeding is always refill Donnie's coffee cup. I don't mind. I'm up and moving, and he's comfortable and sitting, and you do so many things for me that I never mind refilling your coffee mug. Can you hold the lid?
Sure. Oh, sure.
Yeah, the lid on the coffee pot is it flops. Notice I'm doing it left hand too.
Yeah, you're doing great. Perfect.
There we go.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
You're the best.
Alrighty. Go on up top, Tux, okay? Can you go on up top today? Good boy. Didn't take a detour. Yay. Come on. Come on here, buddy. Hi. Hi. Go get it before the others jump up and get in your way, which is what happened yesterday. Hi. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Johnny was up early this morning and already out and gave Tux some pets, so that's good. Yeah, Stripe is my end of the boardwalk survey manager. He likes to hang over there. Let me go get the other bowl. Although once they all hop up, they don't really care. Baby. Hi, you want any more food? Like I said, once Morris and Marty have both hopped up top, they don't really care too much about coming over here. Of all the guys outside in the morning, well, of course, Tux and Morris, they eat the most. So obviously Don left all of the left the rope up there, the safety rope, and then the gray cord coming down is the power source for Starlink. It's plugged in over here by the back door. Everything seems to be doing well this morning. I'm still not really watering much, checking on things. I do want to let things dry out, but not over dry between, you know, all that rain we had and before we might have any new rain. It's so hard to know about overwatering, underwatering, different things with different watering needs. It's not trivial. I moved this yesterday and I can see I didn't really quite get it. I do need to come down and bring that some water and level it. I do not have water turned on down here. So I'm just checking on our new stuff. Make sure everything looks okay. Now, some of these new leaves actually got messed up a little bit. I don't know from what. See, yeah, everything here's looking good. The squirrels didn't dig out my irises, so that's a plus. That does happen sometimes. Oh, we got a swallowtail on the impatiens, a butterfly instead of on the butterfly bush. Good morning, bud. I do enjoy seeing the butterflies in the yard. This new solar light is really bright and you can see it from the house, and wow. Just wow. Is this watering can full? It is. I'm gonna carry it up there to fix the fountain and just leave it in the middle of the yard, and we'll carry it back later. Wow. Look at that special color. This is why I bought this one. Check that out. Really nice. Looking good. I can see the other plants in here are good. Since they're in the ground and I did a pretty good job making a little moat around them, I'm thinking they have enough water. This water bowl here beside me could use to be refreshed, but I'll do that tomorrow. Hopefully the ginkgo tree's okay. The leaves don't look, I don't know, perfectly upright and crisp. I'm hoping it's good. The redbud tree has lost its color. It's just turned golden, but looks plenty healthy. I'd say the raccoons were in it. There was mud. It needs help with the leveling, but it's got plenty of water again, and it's good enough for now. When I'm down here with the trowel, I'll go over there and try to resituate it. All right, well, that's enough of the morning. It's really interesting and good. Oh, wow. These hosta that got eaten by the deer. Beautiful flowers. And this big piece of tree that I cut off from the big tree behind me, it looks like it's taken off in that pot. You know, this thing. Yeah. I just stuck it in over there to see what it would do. Some of these things, you know, take off pretty easy without a lot of fuss. I noticed that this hydrangea has the leaf spot too, but not the one on the far corner of the house by Starlink. You know, it's no surprise here that with the drought making the trees a little weak, and then us having, what do we have, 8 to 10 days of nothing but rain and hardly a drop of sun, that we've got some fungus and other things going on with the plants. It is what it is. I love this red spike salvia over here. It stands up tall enough above the perennial, and I like red. And mixed in with the purple, I'm pretty happy about it. Well, hello, Mr. Man. He goes, Mom, you've done everything out here except for give me more attention. Hey, bud, good boy. How's my Mart Man doing? No. No. That's my hand, not a play toy. Thank you. Yeah, it's a good boy. Yeah, it's a good boy. Hi. He's so snuggly on the couch at night, but catch him in his chair when he's just not in the mood. Yeah, just stopping to enjoy the view. No real difference in the shadow over here, at least not right now. You can't see like Starlink is on top of the chimney or anything, but here's where the safety rope is. It provides a sense of security, some security versus nothing, so. It's a little after 12 and we're headed to Crabtree Valley Mall to, well, drop Johnny off, but I plan to run into the Lego store also. And we've got a new release that you haven't really driven on yet, so.
That's right. New software update.
Yeah, so I guess not the. Well, I'm a little confused, but yes, this was minor bug fixes, but
who knows what the minor bug fixes are, and please define minor.
Right. Well, I'll be curious to know, especially here on Piney Grove Wilbon, if you feel the car is centering and not a little too far to the right.
All right.
So you have not engaged FSD yet. Let's do it.
All right. She's driving.
It did say, please keep your hands on the wheel and be prepared to take over. The typical message popped up.
I think this is moved over. I thought this was over here.
Well, it takes over the whole screen now, remember, instead of you having to drag it. Okay. So no. That was a few releases ago, Donnie.
Oh, Mr. Observant here.
So our friend Richard in Chicago traded in his 2017 Ruby Vintage Era Model X for a new red, a red Model X. And so far really enjoying it, and has quote unquote the update. So yeah, some people
Thanks
have all
a lot, Richard.
Yeah, well, I said it's all about the ambient lighting for me. So if the X gets the cool ambient lighting in the doors where I can change the color and everything, then we might be talking. But Don's point yesterday was, you can tell him what your point was. I wasn't pressing for a new X, by the way, but
right.
Your point was about the battery.
Right. The battery warranty we still have until next June.
On the 8 years.
On the 8 years. So, not that I'm expecting any trouble, but that's something to positive. That one reason, and plus, it's not that Elon is so close to having licked full self-driving. I mean, between now and next year, it's very possible he will have it working. And of course you could say, well, the full self-driving, they don't offer it to trade in and all that stuff.
Transfer.
And that's possible that we might get bit by that. We'll cross that bridge. But I'm thinking it's possible that version 2 cars that were upgraded to sort of pseudo version 3, which is what we have. We have like a 2.5 car because it started with version 2, but then we replaced the MCU and the IC and put in the FSD, I believe 3.0 computer. So but it doesn't have the cabin camera. I'm thinking that he may actually make a special deal for us older cars that will get the transfer. I don't know. We'll find out.
Right. I've talked many a time about why I was not keen on upgrading from a 17 to a new X, so I won't repeat myself here. Richard's experience is all good. I didn't feel from our conversations that he feels like he's missing anything, but I'm passionate on the vertical screen, and I'm like my stalks. I don't want to go stalkless, and I don't care about the yoke, and it's like the back screen's nice, but my children are grown now and I rarely have backseat visitors or riders, so I don't know, it's like all these reasons, they just aren't there for me. Okay, so there, I repeated some of them, not all of them, but some of them. I can come up with an additional list, but the ambient lighting for me personally would be a good trade-off. I'm just trying to be funny, provide a little humor there. So I don't know, time will tell. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talk out there now based on Elon's comments about hardware for cars versus other cars not getting these FSD updates as quickly. He tried to convey he feels like they'll still get there, but it requires some rework or whatever. And as a software engineer, I can't even possibly comprehend how Tesla can keep up with this intricate piece of software on all the different cars with all the different hardware. I know how hard it is to have 2 or 3 levels of a piece of software in support at the same time.
But the AI is smart.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, I kind of get that. And yeah, we'll just see. I have said before that I know Elon promised Ruby would be able to do full self-driving, but I don't really care if she ever does or not. But if he wants to offer us some special deal after they get that A5 chip out there and FSD solved to upgrade to get him out of liability for the people that do care, all the more power, and that's good. Our friend in the Florida area is waiting on a new Model 3, and we know about a new Model 3 delivery in the Colorado area, and it just seemed to be a lot of people still new and upgrades to new Teslas, so that's awesome. So the demise, in the media, the demise of Tesla, Elon's fortune dipping, all of these other pieces of non-important news or interpretations out there, yeah, don't let them fool you. We've got a Y in front of us, and there's been 5 or 6 other Teslas just since we merged onto US 1. Maybe Dawn will pull the clip for us of how well she merged twice to get onto US 1. There are 2 lanes that go away. One is a on-ramp lane, and one is the actual road narrowing lane going away. And she did not wait until the end of the lane to get over. She signaled in a comfortable amount of time for the human in the car and got over. I think she probably, oh no, don't do that. Well, there's that Crown. Well, that one's an all-wheel drive and is not the electric version. We keep on seeing that Crown at South Park, and it's
hybrid.
It's a hybrid. It actually isn't a plug-in. Yeah, that might have been the exact same car. It really looked like it. The exact same spec, as Kyle would say. I don't know about the license plates. I haven't paid attention to the lettering, but yeah, it pretends to be a plug-in, and it's not. It has all of the signaling of, yo, I'm an EV over here, and then like there's no place to plug it in.
Right.
Has badging though.
Unless the gas cap, where you plug the gas in and the charger cable's the same port. It only had one port on the side, so there's no way. But I don't think it's legal. I don't think you can make the gas filler tube and put the electrical connected next to it. That just seems like that'd be brain dead to do that. I'm sure that the average consumer would be scared to death of that. It probably could be perfectly safe, but it's just won't fly.
Well, there's an ID4. I would still say that they have never taken off here. We see a lot more Ioniq 5s, EV6s, and just about every other EV than the ID4. But every once in a while. Yeah. White Y. Yeah, well, we're in Cary now. We're getting close to Whole Foods, and yeah. This shop is called Runaway Brides, and look at the detail on those dresses. Well, Michelle will certainly be happy. Bath & Body Works has all of the Halloween stuff out. There are some nicely spooky things. Oh, I love that. Oh my God, that is so cool. Lego is set up for a line, but currently no line. Yeah, I really like the Orient Express train. And Artemis is so tempting, but I'll wait for a SpaceX. And then there's Notre Dame. I mean, just look at the castle. Wow. My mission in the mall is complete. There's Don taking a siesta, waiting on me patiently. Oh, maybe he's not actually asleep. I don't want him to open the back though. I'm not sure that would have a good outcome. I had a good time in Crabtree. Like I said, I got the pick-a-brick wall box filled, and I got a small carousel set, 236 piece set that I'm going to put in the Winter Village and swap out a few navy blue pieces for green pieces to make it do that. So we're headed to the J.C. Ralston Arboretum now, and that's not too far from here where we can walk around and wait for Johnny to call or come back and park back in the shade and let Dawn get a nap, and I can always go back in and walk around the mall a bit more or something. I'm sure that would cost Dawn though, so he probably doesn't like that.
Yeah, that's I like the idea of taking a nap, but I don't know about that.
Walking around the mall thing. Yeah, he didn't come in with me, not because he wasn't willing, didn't want to or anything, but we don't allow Dawn to walk around the Lego store because then he knows what Legos cost, and that just doesn't work well. So we just leave Dawn. It's almost not even safe to allow him to walk in Walmart. So it's like, yeah, or the garden center or any of the plant. Yeah, it's just better if Dawn stays in the car. It's just better.
I don't think it's that funny. You know, every time we come here, all it does is guarantee me another hole I gotta dig.
Well, okay, I have been thinking about looking at the plant cart. I looked I looked over at him and he was frowning, and I'm like, thank you for spending the afternoon with me. And I'm like, what's wrong? And he goes, I'm thinking about the plant hole.
Yeah.
I tell you what, while I'm outside with you tomorrow while you're on the roof, I'll dig the hole.
Yeah.
The last time we were here, the oak leaf blossoms were new. The flowers were white and pretty, and now they're turning into their autumn color here. This is very nice with the pinks in it, but then there's also some that got browned out from the drought. There's a little bit of both going on here. It's pretty where it's got the fall color though. That's pinks. I really like that. The cart's full, Donnie. Look at all those choices. I see 10 or 12 different things to choose.
You can't buy them because the thing's broke.
Oh no, we'll make it work. But I do have to use the restroom just a little worse than I want to look at the plants. All that coffee from this morning. I did have a cup of coffee. Thank you. So this is a mountain hibiscus that likes shade. I think that's because it wants to retain those variegated leaves. It's just called Amacha nishiki. It's a mountain hibiscus, common name. This is a starry night hardy hibiscus, perennial shrub thing, big flower. And then in the back is something I don't remember now.
A pretty flower.
Yeah. Hardy gloxinia. Anyway, it's a hummingbird attractor, and it's a perennial, and it comes back. And the two little ones for sure I'm going to do plant pots. One of them, the hydrangea, this one, it says it only grows to 6 feet. Yeah, so hydrangea hibiscus gloxina, 3 feet. Yeah, 3 feet. Sorry, it's like a dwarf. I'm going to put it in that new blue plant pot I got at Walmart. Thank you, and I believe that none of them require you to dig a hole. Don did tell me the other day anything with the trowel was sort of okay, but you know.
Yeah. Well,
He just doesn't want those big 3-gallon pots, or be careful on the bank where there's erosion issues.
Yeah.
Although I still want one more drift rose for down there, so there's that. Yeah, even at the Arboretum you can get leaf spot. That's all that 10 days of rain with no break. I don't like it better than the one we got, but the weeping redbud tree here is very pretty also. This is a waterfall Japanese maple. Obviously very old. Check out that root there at the bottom. And we don't have a waterfall, but we do have the lace leaf, the filigree lace leaf, and I would say it's very similar. Oh, there's a bunny. Hi. Okay, you go where it's safe. I'm not really after you. I was just enjoying seeing you. So we thought the, help me out, Donnie. Mimosa. Yeah, think of orange juice and champagne, mimosa. We thought that it died, the one we transplanted, and then it shot out this new super huge leaf and seems to be doing fine. So this is an Orangeola, Donnie. When you look out the bedroom window in the little blue pot straight out, that's this one. Orangeola. I got it after we were here the last time.
That's right.
Yeah, see, huh?
We have it. This place has inspired numerous purchases.
Numerous purchases over the years, yes, yes. Used to be less sun out that way.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of sun.
Now it looks like a lot of grass. We have some of this. This is Althea. We have some by the compost bin. We have Spirea and Althea. Get them straight now, get them straight. Not for the desert thing straight ahead, but for these flowers here on the side. I just really want to see them. They're so pretty. Maybe stop and take a few pictures here. Wow, what is that? Don's like,
It's a flower.
It looks like a cross between honeysuckle and azalea and lily all at the same time. And this thing is like an alien. We're not getting the most walking done, but we're having fun. Well, at least I'm having fun. You're having fun, right?
I'm enjoying my girl.
Yeah, he's got my big camera, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, here, hold this. Here, hold that. Here, Johnny's got a question at the Croc store. Do this. Poor Donnie. I wanted to point out this crepe myrtle on the left, which is huge and the most reddest of red you're ever going to see for a crepe myrtle. It is just really, really, really red and pretty. This is a variety of beautyberry. I don't see the flowers or the berries forming, but I do like the variegated leaves okay. Don't sit. I'm not stopping. Not stopping long enough to sit. Some variety of peony. God, I'd like to have some more peonies, but they're like, you can't buy one for under $25, even on Facebook Marketplace. It's ridiculous. Well, we're coming up on the red bud that inspired me to buy our red bud flamethrower. And this one looks a little hot in the sun over here and has turned golden like ours has. So that's all good. Yeah, this is the one that inspired ours. It's pretty, Donnie, but I'm not sure what it is. A variety of phlox, maybe? I don't know. Doesn't really look like phlox either. It's way too tall, and I don't know. It's nice, but look at that cobalt blue pot. Oh, God, just somebody drop off one that big at my house, please. Although I'm going to turn it into a water feature and not put a plant in it. This is where they hold all of their events, where the food trucks go and stuff. So I understand why that's grassy and green. This is passion flower, and you know it can come in purple and white and maybe some other subtle color combinations, but oh wow, it's just so pretty. The one that I planted in the pot on the way down to under the house is really doing good, and I'm hoping so much that it's going to take off and do great next year. Don't know that we're going to see a flower this year on it, and that's okay. I think you get Husband of the Year award today.
Why's that?
Well, you're spending your Sunday out in the heat looking at plants with me.
Okay, better than day cold.
And it's hot.
It's warm, but it's not too humid. It's a little sticky.
It's not miserable out here,
It's not
especially with lots of shade breaks. Don was like, kitten, are you really going to make me walk out in the sun? And I was like, Donnie, this is where all the pictures are. All the butterflies and bees and happy things. So, yes. Now, see what we would have missed over here had we not come out?
What is that?
That's that hardy hibiscus. I told you the flowers were as big as a plate. And I was not wrong.
Yeah, hang on a second. I'll give you a little scale there.
Yeah, it's bigger than your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, this variety is called Cherry Chocolate.
I'll take one of those.
You will? Oh, that makes me want ice cream bad.
Yeah.
Oh, bad. Oh, I need ice cream now. Don says this is the prettiest he's ever seen it, and I'm going to agree because we normally don't come out here in July. It's just too stinking hot most of the time, but we had reason to be up, you know, Crabtree's less than 5 miles from here.
Yeah.
Look at these variety of coleus. Oh, wow. Just bring it all back to my garden. I could stand to mow back here. I keep on looking for snakes. Just because we're in the city doesn't mean there's not any snakes. And Don is wearing one of the shirts I got him in the last couple months at Guardian Angel, the Hurley shirt that's kind of like a quick dry.
Yeah, this has got like a double shoulder so the sun can't burn through it.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm hot. Don't mistake this joy for these plants at not being hot. I'm very hot. Very pretty here. Garden Hut last year sold a lot of this Rudbeckia. Yeah, last time we were here, we didn't even walk all the way up through here because there were no plantings that were looking good. I haven't found the hardy hibiscus variety that we bought yet, but I'm wondering if maybe it was this one over here. But I would say no, based on the leaf variety, no. Wow. Check out the size of those puppies. That one's not quite as big as this plate one back there, but wow.
They're plenty big.
Yeah, they're plenty big. They're 5-inch across.
Oh, easily 6, 7, 8, maybe.
I'm glad we're here at the end of the summer so I can see how the specimens in the well cared for manicured garden look in comparison to the ones in my yard, and makes me feel like my yard's doing just fine. You know, a lot of the hydrangeas here have the leaf spot. A lot of the Japanese maples, you know, their leaves just at the end of the season are not looking as pretty as they were earlier in the season.
Our ferns look better.
Yeah, our ferns look really good. After all that rain, they perked right on back up, and I'm coming to see what this variety of hydrangea is over here. Amethyst Crown.
It is pretty.
Yeah, well, this one's obviously been here a long time. You can tell by the root at the bottom. It's very pretty. The one we bought today was only 3 feet tall, but has and likes basically full shade to keep the variegated leaf, but that one's too big for it. Oh, I like this pot. Check out the pot. Very nice. Yeah, I'm just feeling pretty good about how things are looking in our garden now that I've seen how things are looking here. It was a rough year. We had that, you know, those weeks of drought right in the heat of the summer, and wow, I like this, whatever this is. Takeda Nishiki. First snow variegated Japanese clethra. Not a maple, but something similar. That is pretty.
Some kind of variegated leaf, I think.
Yep. Hanamatoi, a very lacy, delicate, super delicate leaf.
Yeah, a little baby one, because it's got plenty of trunk.
Must also be a dwarf, I would guess.
I think it's the dwarf.
And/or they wouldn't have planted it there. I'm thinking there's a euonymus coming to our garden soon. I like this. It is I don't know. Some sort of a holly or a false holly. Is it a holly or a angry pixie marlberry? But that's this thing in the front. Well, I don't know what kind of holly it is, but it's pretty. I think this one here is a butterfly Japanese maple and is just like the one we have on the end of the walkway. Nope. It is a
variegated Japanese maple.
Yeah.
Acer. Okikutai.
Okukuji Nishiki. Okay. There's one or two down here I like to visit with when we come. This is one of my favorite spots for looking at Japanese maples, and shade lined geometric patterns on the ground is also very cool in here. A simulated shade garden by the pergola. Fancy pergola too, I might add. Yeah, I admired this one the last time we were here. I think this is the one I really, really wanted to go home and get. And then Rara Flora is what this one is called. Lace leaf. It looks a little rough here at the end of the summer. Okay. hard to convey how pretty this is, probably from this shady angle and spot, but this is a beautiful tree. Dissectum viridi, something like that. And it's in really great shape here, even at the end of the growing season. Just, you know, I aspire to have this one this pretty in my yard. I told Dawn we can skip going out in the sun in the desert garden. It looks quite appealing to just stick my feet in today. I'm sure they'd have a coronary. And we're back where we started. We're headed home. It's a little after 5. Dawn had him a nice nap in Jules. Jules makes for comfortable napping, right?
Amen. Very much so.
While we waited for Johnny to finish up his outing with his friends at the mall. It's a little hard to sleep in the parking deck with all of the vibrations and rumblings there. It was cool and quiet and secluded and not busy, but the few cars that came by, they really create quite a rumble in the deck. I didn't nap. I'm going to do bag 4. And Dawn's working with the mesh router part of Starlink. The plan is still to secure it more tomorrow, since I'm seeming to be pretty happy with the speeds on it in the top of the chimney spot. I continue to be impressed with the details in this building, I have to say. Added in the tiling and banister here on the stairwell. They used a black lasso for a fancy bottom ornate piece there. I put the hotel staff minifigures in this wall art and finished these walls, the clock over here. This is an art gallery in here, and there's several pieces of art in this section. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of art. So that was pretty cool, and there's a separate entrance to the art shop area. A fountain outside on the front walkway, and the steps are really curvy and unique. I just don't know how else to describe it. And we got these lower windows installed with the little fancy gold pieces. I think there's flower boxes here. But I did bags 4 and 5, and I am now stopping at 7:40. And even though everybody ate today, I'm sure they would still appreciate it if I would feed them sometime today. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready to eat.
Right. Hi, bud. This one was giving me and Johnny a scare, not feeling well, midnight, big boy. And I don't know what was going on, but we suspect maybe a little upper respiratory thing. And he seems himself today, eating, drinking, coming to greet us, meowing. So I'm hoping that's all it was. Yesterday, if he hadn't improved today, I was getting ready to take him to the vet. And, you know, I'm just not ready to set foot back in the vet office yet. Can you understand? I'm just not ready. So I'm glad he's doing better. But, of course, I will take him if I need to. I came home tonight and went to open the front porch door to check on Panther, and you know, I closed it up because we were gone, and it was like, yeah, Panther's not out there. It's just continue to forget. Miss my buddy. But anyway, this one seems to be doing better today, so I'm very pleased about that.